Hi, you guys. I had a dream about 144,000, and in this dream, it wasn't okay. You're gonna hear the dream, but a lot of people start off and they're like, "Oh, I seen what I look like. I had this." I didn't see myself. This dream was very realistic. Like it was as if like I was in a dream, and I never like. Well, I had a dream like this before, but this dream was very, very realistic. Like I felt like myself in a dream. So the dream started off with I was with my family member. I didn't have a partner. Like my last dream, my last 144,000 dream, I had a partner. In this dream, there was no partner. It was just me, and I was protecting my family member. So in this dream, it started off with like it was like a tall office building, like a real office building. It was people walking in the hallways, like, office men. Um, and then, but it looked like a psychiatric hallway. Like, it looked like that. Like, it didn't look like a real office building hallway, but it was an office building, but the hallway looked like a psychiatric hospital, but it wasn't a psychiatric hospital. So this woman, she was like she was possessed. Like that demon took over her body. Like she was wearing something like she was in a psychiatric hospital. Like she was wearing the long white gown, and it was like nothing there. Like it was nothing. It was kind of like you could not talk to her. Like you could not say anything. You could tell that she was like done. Like she was dead. um she was done. So that the woman who was the woman, so she was grabbing a hold to my family member, like the person I was protecting. She kept pulling on them and pulling on them, and I had to call on Jesus. So I was like, God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Jesus is the only way. Jesus is the only way through salvation. Jesus, 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 God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And I had to keep saying it, and it finally flew. Like when the Bible says that when you call upon the name of Jesus and the devil will flee, the devil, like that demon flew. Like it ran like as if they saw someone was about to kill them. Like it ran for their life. And then the scene had switched and we were in an airport. And it was so much chaos outside, you guys. I mean, it was just like like these movies that they make, like they already know what's about to happen. But people were just it was just crazy outside. There was no peace. Like how you see people driving every day in a neighborhood or going to the store. It was nothing like that. It was just chaos. And people were breaking into airports. Like they didn't even have baggage. They didn't have a plane ticket. They did not care. They was just breaking into airports trying to leave. They were trying to get out of there. That's how bad it was. And yeah, so they were breaking into airports, getting on planes. It didn't even matter if they didn't have a pilot. Like they did not care. They was going to drive the plane, even if they didn't know how to drive it. And I was in the airport with my family member, and I was trying to um, get that person to get on some type of jet plane or something to get out of there because it was really that bad. Like it was really that bad. So I was trying to find something so that they can leave. And yeah, so after that I saw it was like I believe that, you know, it was when we're definitely going to fight because it was just chaos. It was like there were demons on earth and everything. Like they were dressed up in like I saw some that was dressed up in all black. Like you know how I want to put a picture of how they were like dressed up in black. Some looked like regular people, and they saw me. Like one, I forgot what they looked like, but it was not of God. Like that was, that was somebody that I had to fight. And they saw me and they started fighting me, and I had like this like I okay, you guys, so I'm not a type of person that is a fighter. I don't do that unless I have to, but I've never ever like when we're definitely going to be transformed and changed because they were throwing so many types of things at me, and I was just catching them. And every time people were just attacking me, I was just catching everything. I didn't even have to think about it. I was just put my hand up and I was catching everything. And I was fighting them, and we had like it was like definitely a power that we were fighting. Like I was fighting them, okay, and it was so easy. It was like it was nothing. It was kind of like I was just fighting them, and like it was nothing. Like they would just fall, they would stop. Like we're definitely gonna have some type of supernatural power. Like I definitely, when we're fighting, we're definitely gonna have some type of supernatural power like that, because never could have knew that I could have fought someone like that. Like that was different. That was from God. So then, so yeah, they were attacking. Yeah, they were just coming, and I was just fighting them. And then the scene has switched, and I don't know where my family member, where that person was at. I don't know. Like I can't go back and even. I don't know. I don't know what happened to to my family member. I do not know. So the scene has switched, and I was in a mall, and it was like a restaurant. You know how they have, the restaurants in the mall? Not like the food court, but like it was like a legit restaurant in the mall. And there was so many people in that restaurant. It was like people from reality shows. I saw some other family members in there, and I was surprised. I'm like, where did these people, come from? My family's in here, like even some people from like all these reality shows. I'm like, what? Like, what is this? So I went in there, and my dad was in there. So I saw my dad, and I think he already knew that was 144,000. And I think they were in the malls because they didn't want to go outside. But that's why I think they were in that restaurant, because they did not want to go outside, because it's chaos outside. Like it was like you don't want to go outside. Basically, that's how it was, really bad. Like you would want to stay inside and never go out. Um, so I went out and he went out. It was kind of like he was waiting for me to come, but I didn't even know that I had to come get him. Like I didn't know. So we went outside, and then it was these three girls that were running. Like they were running after us, and I was walking, and I was running. I was running too. Um, and yeah, they was running after us, and then these girls, they were definitely, they had to be like 15 or something. They were young, 15, 16 maybe. They were really young. So then we're running after them. We got outside. So when we're outside and I'm running after them, I turned around, and then I saw what the girl looked like. I saw she looked like a regular human being. Then I turned back around, and her eyes turned black. Like she turned to a demon. And like her eyes were pitch black. Like, and then she came near me. Like she tried to hurt me. And then I threw her, and then she ended up dying. And then I guess her other two little friends that was with her, they saw that, and then they stopped. But yeah, when I turned back, she looked like a regular person. I turned back again and looked at her while I was running, and she looked like a demon. It was like a demon that was chasing me. And yeah, so she tried to hurt me, and I just threw her, and she just died like instantly, like that. Um, so we're definitely going to have some mighty power from the Most High, from God. We're definitely going to have some power from God. And then we had, after that scene, it was really nothing. We were just standing on the street. Um, I don't know. That kind of, and then my dad had gotten into a car, and he was running, like he was running, and that was kind of it. Then I woke up, but that just let me know that, I asked God, I prayed to God, I said, God, please give me another 144,000 dream, because I had one, and he always comes on time, because this was like this dream, and the dream I had before this dream, it's kind of like a series, it went together. So that was just, I love how he did that. He always comes on time. But yeah, so that dream, it was just like, wow, like I definitely believe, and I've been questioned. I'm like, okay, people have been saying, like, having dreams about people, 144,000 having these powers on YouTube. And I'm just like, okay, I've never read that in the Bible, so I don't want to quote that, and that's not real. I kept saying that in my mind, never said it out loud, but I kept saying, like, I haven't seen that, but maybe it is true. I don't know. So God gave me, a dream just to confirm it to me that that is something that we will have. But it's just crazy. Like that dream was so real. And when I looked back and I saw that person, change into what that person really was, because people are definitely uh they say that they are something and then they're not. You can always tell by a person's eyes. Or not. I've always been like that. Even when I was a child, I could tell I could tell whose intentions were positive and negative. I could always tell a person by their eyes. And yeah, that person definitely shape shifted, was not who that person really looked like. That person was a demon. That those eyes were pitch black. Like it was pitch black. Like it kind of looked like an alien eye, like alien eyes. Like that's how black it was. It wasn't like a human eye. It was like an alien type of eye. Um, but yeah, so that's just my dream, and I hope that you guys um you know. But in this dream, I did not have a partner at all. I was by myself. So I don't know if that means I'm going to be by myself, or, you never know. We don't know until that day comes. But God bless.